As a matter of fact, I got a really cool story. It was in Alabama. I think it was Birmingham, Alabama. We did a VIP lounge, me and Ric Flair. I'm pretty sure it's still on YouTube. You could look it up. One of the proudest moments of my life.
Oh, wow.
Because Ed Koskey, who's one of the head writers for WWE now, at the time, he was a writer. I don't know what his position was yet in the hierarchy, but I know at that point, he was sitting with me and Flair, and we were opening up the show, the VIP Lounge, and he's typing out, like, interaction between me and Flair. And Flair and I were sitting in the room with him, and he's doing his job. But I kind of don't need you to write anything for me, especially not with Flair, but okay, I'm still young, I'm still getting, and then he gets it together, gets it printed out, and like they're rushing us to Gorilla because like the show's about to start.
Oh, this is right.
Yeah, we're like a little while before, and then we get it, and he gives Flair his copy of dialogue, and I've got mine, and we look at it, and we're kind of going back and forth on it, and Flair just stops, and he goes, "Kid, you don't need this, do you?" And I just kind of, no, I don't. And he took my copy, and he took his copy, and he just tore it up, and he threw it in the garbage. So if you go and you watch MVP and Ric Flair in the VIP Lounge, and I'm pretty sure it's Birmingham, Alabama, the only thing that we rehearsed was the physicality. But the promo, you'll even see where Ric Flair kind of like does like a double clutch where he kind of like, okay, let me fix this here. And you can kind of tell on the beats, you can kind of figure out where I'm figuring out where I'm going. But the chemistry was just naturally there.
Right on.
And for me, the opportunity to tell the Nature Boy, no, I don't need that script.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
But he knew you didn't need it, so he was very familiar with you then.
I don't know how well he knew.
Okay.
But in that moment, he knew enough that he went out there and said, "Hey, kid, you don't need this script, do you?" And he gave me the opportunity to show, nah, I don't need this script. So that was a great segment, and it was just me and Nature Boy going at it. Ed Koskey didn't write that. The stuff he wrote, which would have been good, but if you go back and watch it, you'll be like, oh, okay, I see. A writer couldn't have written that for us, And nowadays, like with AEW, we have writers that can help you with your verbiage, but most of the talent are given the leeway to do their own thing. You don't have to say what the writers give you. WWE is a little different, and there's certain talent you're provided with a script, and that's your script. Depending on where you're at on the totem pole dictates how much you can deviate from that script. Like, the guys over there who are amazing talkers, like Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, those guys, they're probably given a script just as a guideline for here's what we want. Now, do what you do.
Right.
And you have to be careful with that because I remember having to do that with like Randy Orton because he memorizes his scripts. He doesn't go off the dome. So when you see Randy Orton give one of those really intense, good, he's memorized that script. So when you're going with him and it's a back and forth, you have to know exactly where he's at so you don't mess him up.
Oh, okay.
So
Kind of like doing a song then. It's exact.
Right. I have to know where you end to come in so I can say what I say and then you know when to come back in with what you have memorized. I'm not saying that, that he can't do banter, but I know from working with him, that's his preferred method. But then there are other guys like Edge, for example, who Edge is a guy, he doesn't need a script. It's a guideline that you can go along. Me, I don't memorize a script. And I have the same luxury. And luckily, from my time at WWE from the very beginning, I got hired because I could talk.
Right.
So there was just a few times where I was given a script and told, say exactly that. And that was from Vince. I remember one time Vince wrote a promo and said, say that. Usually if I went out there and said what I wanted to say, there's only a couple times when I came back and Vince called me over, took the headset off and, chastised me for saying something or going a little too far or going off the farm, as they would say. And, that was okay because Vince didn't mind that. There was often a saying when I was breaking in, it's easier to reel you in than it is to push you out.
10-4.
So go out there, go for everything, and then let the hey, settle it down a little bit, as opposed to come on, more. We need more personality.
Right.
We need so.
But Flair, you and Flair, there was no issue then.
None,
You
none,
guys had the
none.
free range to do exactly what you did.
To tell Flair what to say, like you again. I'm sure they'll give him a script and say, here are the beats that we're looking for, and then there's just certain talent that can do that, like MJF. No one writes promos for MJF. He writes his own stuff, and a lot of that is, off the dome. I'm sure, there are certain ideas that he'll write out, whatever, so he'll have the material. But, and I enjoy doing that. Like, okay, we can have a script, and then we can get the beats of the script and understand where we're trying to go and where it ends. But during the course of that, you might go off script and ad-lib something.
Right.
And if you zing me, I'm not going to just eat it. I'm going to ad-lib and zing you back.
Right.
And then that makes the script interesting because now I'm not really sure what you're going to say. And you're not, but there's also a level of professionalism to maintain so that it doesn't just become two guys insulting each other and abandoning the story and abandoning professionalism. And that's happened through the years. You've seen it happen.